Hey, good morning. It's 4 o'clock. I'm at the gym, LA Fitness, and entitlement. Ain't it funny when a song comes on, and maybe that song is referring to a woman or a man, and we always look at the person next to us and be like, they talking to you. Or when we in church and the pastor, the preacher, the bishop, or the deacon starts talking about something that is close to the heart, and you look at the other person like he's talking to you. That's entitlement. And when we think of entitlement, we never think of entitlement as something that I do, that we do. It's always something somebody else is doing. I study a lot. I want to be the best. I do. No doubt about it. I don't know anything else. I don't know anything else. That time I was away, 10 years, I spent learning, reading, running laps, doing pull-ups, push-ups in the heat of the summer. Yuma, Arizona, Florence, Tucson, Douglas, Buckeye. My hands on the hot ground. And I did it. And I come up with this attitude of, if I can pull myself up by the shoestrings, you can too. I treat my family like that. If I'm reading the books, why can't you? If I'm exercising, why can't you? If I'm at the gym every morning, why can't you? If I'm up at 2 in the morning, why can't you? If I spend 2 hours in the 117-degree weather handing out flyers, why can't you? See, I think because I do certain things, it entitles me to tell other people why they won't do it. And I do this to my own family. I do this to my wife. I do this to our oldest son. And they look at me like, what the fuck is your problem? I had a sense of entitlement because I felt like I was doing the most, which I probably wasn't. They need to do the most. And it was my job to let them know they need to do more. Never once stopping to think that having them was so much of a blessing. It's just the best thing in the world. Never stopping to think that if I just led by example, whatever God has planned for them. See, that entitlement is a God complex. It's an ego. It's where you think you're in control. You make the decisions, right? Yeah. And I would treat my own family like this. And the only way I knew how to communicate with them, with my oldest, because see, growing up, I didn't have communication with my father. Now we talk now, man to man. When I see him, it's not a hug, it's a handshake. It's a firm handshake like a business deal. Even though I remember when I was 2, 3, 4, him lifting me up on his shoulders to get closer to the basketball net. And somewhere along the line, we lost that. And I'm losing that with my older son. And if I don't do something, then I'll lose it with my younger son. And I'll use it with my daughter. Because those curses and those generational curses have to be broken. And the entitlement that I feel because I'm doing what I have to do does not mean that I have the right to tell other people this is what they ought to be doing. My examples should speak louder than my words. But yet I feel the need to make them feel less than. And then the only way I can communicate is writing a note and signing it off, love you, at the end. But my actions say everything but that. Oh, I did this big old long stretch, and then I came out and I did this and I did that, and I still was making moves and I made it happen. Why aren't you? Never once did I stop to think that maybe my journey in life was intended to allow somebody else to be a little bit more happier. But instead, I reign over them like some type of dictator. Yeah. Some type of dictator. And that's something that is passed down. I don't have the right to tell other people what they should be doing just because I'm doing it. I don't think anybody does. And that is the fastest way to drive somebody away. And I know that that's not something that I ever want to do. Ever. Because it's so hard for me to show that I love them. Because I don't know how. So I have to work on it. I have to work on me. Because I know that I'm in their life just to be a shining example of what can be done. What obstacles we can overcome. And to lift them up. To encourage them. Right? To show them strength. That's it for me. Stay blessed. All right?